Hello, folks. This is the other Barak coming to you live and direct here from the Holy Land in Israel. Israel. We have an interesting video today because Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was recently on the Full Send podcast, which is a full send. If you don't know what a full send is, go Google it. This conversation is one that you should listen to because it's a full send about humanitarian aid going into Gaza.
Why do they say Israel's like starving the people of Gaza?
Well, because we're trying to get the food in, and we let food trucks in, and guess what happens when we let them in? Hamas steals the food, takes the good chunk for itself, then sells at inflated prices. They jack up the prices, and then they sell the food to its population, to its hungry population, if they give them at all, and then use the money that they take from their own people to recruit more killers into their terror machine. That's what happens.
Why are more Palestinians not siding with Israel against Hamas then?
Well, up to now, they've been terrorized, but guess what's happened? Since we're beating Hamas, all of a sudden we see Palestinians rising. You have to see this to believe this, okay? And they say to Hamas, hey, you're not coming into my building. You know, you can't use my school or this hospital as your command post. We're not letting you. And they start fighting them. Now we have actually armed conflict between Palestinians and terrorists. It was unimaginable a year and a half ago. But now there are Palestinians who rise up. And, you know, the more the better, because we can create a different future for Gaza. And we should also do something very simple that President Trump said, and it was brilliant. So that's my idea. That's how he cuts to the chase. He says, you know, at the end of this war, the people of Gaza should have the choice. If they want to leave for other countries, they want a freedom of choice. Why are they locked in? Hell, we're not locking them in. Anybody could leave, but Hamas is locking them in. Suppose they want to leave. They want to go to another country, okay? Why shouldn't they have the freedom of choice to do that? Because this is all upside down, you know? The victim of this horrible terrorism is called the aggressor. The people who are oppressed by Hamas are seen as supporting Hamas. Give them a choice. Give them freedom. Give them a life and give them a future. They can't have that with these Hamas stormtroopers. But the amazing thing is, you know, I come here and I see these protests. The people who are protesting for Hamas and against Israel, they burn American flags. They not only burn the flag of Israel, they burn American flags. They're anti-American.
That should be, it should really punch you in the stomach if you're an American citizen. Right, left, Democrat, Republican. If you see someone in the world taking an American flag, burning it in America, they're not burning it in Europe, they're not burning it in Asia, they're not burning it in Israel. They're burning it in the United States of America. How does that not bother you? How does that not turn your... It's insane shit, people. I can't imagine what... I can't imagine what a European country would do if they saw Americans burning their flag. In the streets of America, not even in their own country, but good Lord, if they saw it in their own country. If Finland saw Finnish people fucking burning a Finland flag in the middle of the streets, gathering more people to do it in the name of some liberation movement that they don't even fucking know about. Lord have mercy, the things that would go down there.
They're not MAGA. They're not supporters. You know, who do they support? You know who they support? They support Iran and its proxy, Hamas or Hezbollah. What does Iran do? Just understand, people who support Iran or speak on its behalf. Iran tried to assassinate President Trump, not once, but twice.
They were behind those assassination attempts?
They openly admit. By the way, they put out a price on his head, on mine too, by the way, smaller price. I'm not offended.
They actually put a price on your head?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Do you know what it is?
You know,
Yeah, it's smaller than his, naturally. He's the president of the United States, for God's sake, okay? So they put out a fatwa 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, by the official cleric of the Iranian regime that President Trump has to be assassinated and that I have to be assassinated. And by the way, they targeted Sarah, my wife, was here, and they targeted our bedroom window. Yeah, we were supposed to be there. They hit through their proxy Hezbollah. They fired a drone right into our bedroom window. So
Just recently?
Oh yeah, it was a couple of months ago. Yeah.
Wow.
No, it was a year ago actually. Yeah, a year ago. Okay. So how many months? 7 months. 7 months ago. She counts, you know. So they tried to assassinate President Trump twice. They've killed and injured thousands of Americans in Iraq and Afghanistan. They bombed American embassies. They murdered 241 Marines in Beirut.
If you're an American, does this bother you, yes or no? Losing American troops, yes or no? Your own American citizens, the ones who choose to go enlist themselves in the army for the sake of the safety of America to represent that blue and white flag, that red, blue, and white flag, does this upset you, yes or no? Or do you just burn American flags in the name of the IRGC and radical Islam because you think that that's what's going to solve the world's problems? Which one is it? Can't be both.
They chant death to America, death to Israel. They're out to get America. They're building they were building atomic bombs and intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's their plan to reach America. So do you want these mad Ayatollahs to have that power? Of course not. So they're anti-American, they're anti-Israel. And the guys who protest, and many of them are paid and organized by foreign NGOs, bad people. They're out against America. They hate Israel because they see Israel as part of America. And in many ways, they're right.
I'm just trying to figure it out too, because even in New York City, right? What's Zoran?
Yeah.
He's an anti-Semitic guy.
Yeah.
The highest, I think the highest population of Jews in New York City. How's that even possible?
Well, it's possible because a lot of people have been taken in by this nonsense. I mean, what? You want to defund the police? You want to have people go into stores and, rob them and be free? You think that really creates a good society? You want to crush all enterprise? You want to tax people to death? I mean, that's a one-term effort. But, sometimes you have to get mugged by reality to understand how stupid that is. So that's silly. But, sometimes folly overtakes human affairs for a while, but not for long because reality steps in. So I'm obviously not happy with it, but I'm less concerned with it because I think if we can speak the truth to the young people of America, they wise up.
I'm under the impression that there are enough young people in the United States of America that understand a lot of the allegations against the state of Israel just aren't true. The thing is most of them don't really care enough. And I guess, can you blame them for not caring enough? Probably not. Because the only humanitarian crisis on earth isn't just in Israel. In fact, there isn't only one humanitarian crisis. Sorry, I'm extremely fucking tired. I was in the north yesterday in the Golan, Kiryat Shmona, and today I was in Caesarea with my family. I'm extremely tired. I'm grinding here. But there isn't just only one humanitarian crisis in Israel and the Middle East. There's many. And depending on who this young American person is, the household that they come from, their ethnicity, their background, if it's a Haitian kid, I'm probably going to say they're going to care more about what's going on in Haiti than what's going on in the state of Israel. Can you blame them for that? No, you can't. You just can't. That's human psychology. That is what we do. We are creatures who choose on an everyday basis from an order of operation standpoint, what is my most important thing to worry about? What is my least important thing to worry about? And based on the things that are most important, I will devote as much of the attention that I have in that day to that thing and those top priority item things. And Israel-Palestine is probably not at the top of that list for most of these young Americans, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the ability to know what the truth is, it's why I think the teenage bracket, the teenage group category of people, I think is the best people to speak to in a situation like this. That their brains are still developing. They're still asking the right questions. They still don't know enough information. They're not there like with an ego as much as a college student. But, so it's really interesting to see Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu go on the Full Send podcast because, believe it or not, there are a lot of young people who watch this podcast. So smart PR move by by Mr. BB. Thank you so much for all your support. See you guys next time. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.